Hi there, it's Karen here. Welcome back and welcome to working once more on the Owl and Fairy journal. So this is how it looks at the front, and I really love that. I just think it says the whole story of the journal. So yeah, loving it as so far. I have gone ahead and glued in a few more of the pockets. I haven't finished because I'll be here all day just doing preparation, but I thought I'd get the first couple of signatures have got the pockets glued in. This one I've just got some paper clips to hold it in place. So that should be all good now. So I thought, well, we'll start working on some decorating today. Because there's lots of places where I feel it needs a little bit of something to decorate a bit. So I would like to make a few clusters today to start with. That's my first job. Then they can just be popped in, because I haven't really got any page decoration down the side on this one. I thought I'll just do a few clusters to put here and there, maybe hanging off the edge. Maybe there'll be little tuck spots, I don't really know. So I've just got a few torn pieces or cut pieces, because this was a bit too thick to tear, of scraps of paper. So I've got some green straw paper and I've got some bits of packaging. I have my bits of fabric that I want to use, possibly some little pieces of ephemera from the, not this one, but some small finishing pieces from the fake kit. I tore this, but it didn't tear very well, so I'm just going to straighten that up a bit. Don't really like that. So that's what I think I'm going to start with today. Just doing a bit of, just a few. I've got quite a few pieces of paper here. But no, not those scissors. They won't work on fabric. So I'm just kind of in decorating mode, I think, today. Because I just was flicking through and I think, well, that needs a bit of something. That needs a bit of something. So that's what we're going to do. Don't know how far we'll get. But obviously we're just going to make a start. And just carry on next week with some more. So that piece I think can go on here. What else have I got? I haven't got any of the red straw paper because I feel like I've got a lot of red in these bits of fabric. Quite a few pieces of fabric I've got red in. That's a nice little piece. Some of the teal. It's been a while since I've made clusters. I haven't done this for ages, so I thought, well, let's make a nice change just to do something a bit different. So I've got this I can use to decorate some bits with as well. Just leave that there for the moment. That might be something to go on the top. Maybe a bit of cheesecloth. That's always good for backing. Can't even speak. Backing. I can't say the word. Backing clusters and things with. So I think I might just pop that on there. So that's that. What have we got? A bit of, nice bit of bit of blue. Put that on there. Yeah, why not? Some William Morris. Put that one over there with the other teal piece. Just take off these bits. Can go there. I think the key from watching other people is not to overload the clusters with too many layers. It's easier said than done, isn't it? I've got these little pieces that printed off the Rachel and Bella freebie kit. Wondering if one of these would go on somewhere. open. Once we put this on. No. About there. I thought I'd possibly just staple these together, at least to start with. I don't think I'm going to sew them. I kind of like that, but I want a bit of, maybe a bit of lace as well, just to kind of make it look a little bit more decorative. I don't want it all lined up either, that's why I'm fiddling around with this piece. That was it. Piece on here. That little bit, because we've got that little bit of bright green just on that corner. This is a piece of Roxy Creations fabric. So I could put that on there. A little bit. Okay. This one hasn't got anything yet. Let's do a piece of this. Let's see. What have we? Oh, we've got this nice piece of more Roxy Creations, but with the red writing. I rather like that. And put that there. So a piece of this. What would that go with? I think that might go on this one as well. That there. Nope. For that. And that there. Go on there as well. Yeah, a bit there. Need some more to go on here. What can I put on here? About a piece of this. That's going to be too busy with that one, isn't it? Oh, what about a bit of this William Morris? Yeah, I think that might work well. Take a little bit off the bottom. Okay. Run over. Like that. Okay, so we just need a bit more on this one, don't we? And I'm just going to find a little extra something. We have this piece which comes from the Faye kit. Goes really well on there, doesn't it? Take this piece out, which doesn't look very green next to those really bright colours. Nope, turn it round. So I've got this bit showing at the bottom. Okay. I might do that way, actually. Yeah, that's better. Better balanced. I'm going to grab a piece of lace. So we have a bit of red lace, I think. Just here at the bottom. So we've got that bit of green still showing through. Okay, so that one is just ready to finish off. I've got this kind of dark green trim. Let's move these out of the way a little bit. Might use a bit of that. Oh, it's a difficult one to cut, it's very thick. So to get the angle of the scissors just right. And have that maybe about there. I just spotted a couple of things I might want to use actually. Is that going to be, just take the word off the top. Can I do that there? I quite like that there, yep. And that's a bit too big. And what about a bit of this? Because this is a very dark piece, I need something to just lighten it up a bit. Okay. All right. Those are looking good to me. So all I need to do, I'm going to staple these pieces. That doesn't mean they're finished, but I'm just going to staple these on the base pieces. And then we might just add a couple more bits on top. Oh. Does it come through yet? So it just means that they're held together while I add, see what else they need. This one is nearly finished. It's got 4 pieces, I really like that one. Okay, that one. Let's do this one. There we are. And this one. So they're all very different colours, but then that's what we've got in these kits. We've got such a wide range of colours. I think all of these will probably go. Okay, just got the 5. I don't know whether we'll need any more, but I didn't want to do just this today. So I've got a random pin here. No idea where it comes from. Oh, maybe it was the lace. Was it the lace? Yes, I think it probably was. So I'll keep that out anyway. So I might want to add a bit more. Do I want to add a bit of lace on here? Just cut a piece of that. Not sure whether this is the right spot for it. This needs a little brightening up, doesn't it? Maybe that would be good. I do have this one as well. Maybe have a piece of this somewhere. I'm thinking over here maybe, just a little bit. In there. And this has already got some, but don't really need any. So then I want to take some of these little ephemera pieces from the Fae kit, put something like that, finish that off, and also to cover up the staple. That could go on there. Put that over there. So we've got, I need to just use fairly small ones. Most of them seem to have mushrooms on, but I have got a few small ones. There's a little one here with a fairy on, which I could use. I've got some little fairies cut out. I think if I've got any small enough, I might put a fairy on one of them. I've got the owls as well, so I think I should put an owl on, at least on one or two. Let's see. Should she go there? Not sure she looks good there. Or maybe on here. She's quite small actually. She's almost too small for going on here really. I have got a few fairies that I haven't used yet, smallish ones. So I wonder if she would go. Ooh, is that she? Yeah, she's really sweet. She could go on here. Yep. I'm liking her. Oh, and this little fella, look at him, he's sweet. I like him. Would he go on here? Oh, I think he goes quite well on there. What if we turn this around? Put it there like that. That's a possibility. Okie dokie. See if there's any owls that would work. These are quite big, these owls, so I don't know if any of them would fit. I wonder if would that go on there? I think it would. And I also have from the Medieval Mirage kit, so this is I bought this kit separately, this is now a fussy cut kit. These are from the Medieval Mirage kit. They're like kind of stamps. They look like stamps. Excuse me. So really I just need one for here, don't I? Would you go on there? I think he would. Okay. Alright, let's... I think some of these will need a bit of an ink. I really like him. I think he looks really nice there. He doesn't have any wings, this little fella. He must have them tucked in behind him, mustn't he? And this little girl needs to have her wings embossed. So let's just ink the ones that need to be inked. And then we'll see where they might go in the journal. Right, let's just glue these on. This little girl, I'm going to have to emboss her wings because I've done it to all my fairies. So the two, I think there was a couple of fairies when we were going through last week that I had missed, so I have now done those. Okay, love it. And this little chap. I hope I can find a nice spot for some of these. I wonder if some, I might need to just put a bit of glue here and there just to make sure these bits of fabric stay down. A little bit under there, under there, that should do it. Do this one. I think this one's okay actually, doesn't feel too floppy. I'll come back to this one. I will put this guy on here. There we are. I love that one. Love them all actually. These are such fun to make. I forget sometimes to make things like this and how much fun they are to do. Okay, that one, and let's put this one on. Oops. I'm just thinking I need a little lace on this one. I think I want to put a piece of this because it just looks like it needs a little something. Thinking along that edge. So if I cut that across there, and I want it just to poke out the side a little bit. I don't know if I want to put it, do I want it both sides? Ooh, I hadn't planned to put it on both sides, having it poking out, but I rather like it. Okay, let's do that. Alright, let's put this one, whoops, it's twizzled. See, the paper's twizzled. I'll have to do some extra gluing, I think, of the other bits. Yep. So this will twizzle round if I don't glue it down a bit. And under here, I think, as well. Just to keep it kind of straightish. There we are. Yeah, it's a bit gluey on the back. Didn't really intend to have lace on the back of these because that's wasn't the plan, but it's just how it ended up. I might just leave it like that for a minute just to dry. Okay, so that goes on here. So the last one we just got to finish. I'll put these aside for a moment. Ooh, get that out of the way, and that. Put our finished clusters to one side. And we just need to finish this one off. So I think I will just put a bit of glue under this bit of fabric here. That one. And that piece. And then under this piece here. Oh, yes, I probably should put some on the under the lace because it wasn't caught by the staple. No, there will be a bit more going on there when I glue on my fairy, so that'll be alright. I think that'll be okay. So I just want to do the wings on the fairy. I've just got my embossing equipment nearby just in case I used another fairy that needed her wing. Right, I think my camera turned off while I was doing the heat gun, so I didn't hear it. So I don't think you'll have missed much. I just glued on my fairy with her slightly shinier wings onto this cluster. And I was just having a look at this one. I think it just needs a bit of extra glue under here. Didn't look quite like it was attached enough. So I'll put that there. Okay, I think that'll be fine. So I may not use all of these today because I'm certainly not going to get very far into the journal, I don't think. We'll see. And I just got them there handy if I can find some nice little spots for them. Okay, let's have a look. Just put my stapler out the way. I don't think I'm going to need it again. Oh, you never know. Perhaps I won't put it too far out the way. And I've still got this pin. I think that belongs to the lace. Alright, now, so there's a few places, like for instance this pocket, and I really do want to add something here, nothing too bulky. So I do have some of my Florentine papers, because I really like those with this journal because of the colours. There's so many lovely colours in it. I thought the Florentine papers would really work well. Is that wide enough? Don't know. Also got this. I've got some scraps as well. That would actually work quite well there, wouldn't it? Yes. Maybe I'll use that. That there. And then something from bits of ephemera. Not that. I've got some words. I need something horizontal. There we go. Now I'm thinking it would go better with this piece. I quite like that there. Yep, maybe I'll do that. Okay. I'm going to Went for one tear ruler and I got two. Okay, just a moment, get this out of the way. I just want to, not that side. Thought I'd just give it a slightly more interesting top edge. Hope I haven't made it too deep now. We'll see. Okay, so I thought I could put that there. And where did that piece go that I liked? Yeah, of course it's buried. There it is. Can I pop that there? It's a little big. If I could just trim it off at the side there. Okay, I'm going to glue that on. Glue book or glue paper would do, be good. I wanted to put a bit of colour in this spot because it's quite a neutral spread. Ooh, big glob of glue there. What's that doing there? I don't want that. Put in a dry wet wipe. That's better. Okay. Now, can I put that there? Almost make it into a sort of almost like a tab, really, couldn't it? Because it's printed on 180 GSM. I think it's thick enough to stick above the pocket a little bit. I might just do that. So I don't really want too much glue. I'd like some though, please. Some glue would be nice. Coming out now. Yeah. So which bits? Yeah. And it was that corner's is going to be sticking out a bit. Let's see if I've managed to get the glue in the right place. Put that there. What I might actually just do, snip this little corner here and this little corner here properly. To try and make them less vulnerable. Not done a great job, of course. Does that need a little bit of glue up here? Yes. Just a little bit under here. That's it. Alright. And now we just need one of the words or phrases. We've got best life here, why not use that? At least it's readable. Some of them are so small they're hard to read. And Need these scissors for doing the corners because they're a bit more tricky with the little curvy bits. And we'll ink. So I didn't think we'd get very far with it takes me so long to actually get anything on the page, but it's just nice to have a bit of fun and make it look interesting, make it look more finished. There we are. That's that one. It looks a lot better. This one here, I think this needs an owl. I do. So let's pull out our owls. I can't remember if I have been linking the kits. I hope I've been linking this one as well. But this kit, I've got it written on this label in here. They're called, this is the Etsy shop I bought this from, Bumfuzzle Boutique. Interesting name. So, oh gosh, let me just check. I'm just having a paranoid moment that I'm not filming. Right, so let's see if we can find an owl just to go on here somewhere. He's just sitting on the top. I'm wondering if he would look, well, why not? I like him there. They're all brilliant. I love these owls. Could use any one of them really. And I just can't get them back in the packet, so I'm not going to try. The other thing I was thinking, I'm wondering whether to put a little fairy down here. I have a whole bunch of fairies cut out. It'd be nice to use them. He looks like he's been coming out the forest, doesn't he? All covered in leaves. Put him down there. I think I might. Right. Give this a good ink because these have quite a big border around them where they've been. I think the border is part of the kit, but it's a bit too light, so we'll get rid of it. You can go up there, and I'm glad I didn't have to cut this out. I did this on my Cricut. I think it would have been a very tricky one to do myself. Probably wouldn't even have done it. Okay, so I'm going to pop him. What shall I do? Because I've got these two little birds here. Could I put him up here? Oh, maybe. I don't want him to be opposite the owl though, do I? I'll put the owl on and we'll see where the fairy needs to go. Or whether he's a fairy. Looks more like a, I don't know, a sprite or something. Put that right up the top there. And I've noticed that I've got this bit of white sticking out, so I need to put something there to cover that up, don't I? What can I use? So many pieces, I might as well just use them. But I don't want to have another bit sticking out on the other side now, so I want it to line up. No. I may have to fiddle about with that, cover this up afterwards, off camera, otherwise I'll be here all day. I can put him down here. No, I don't want him too low. I think I'm going to put him there. He's not overly visible there, is he? And that's good. I think I like the Fairies to be slightly hidden in the foliage a bit. All the little tiny bits. Okay. So we're going to put him right there. If I didn't have the owl here, I'd have been inclined to put him off the edge so he's a bit more visible, but I quite like him kind of hidden amongst all the, just coming out of the trees, covered in leaves. I don't know what he's been up to, but I'm sure he's been doing good work. Okay. That, yeah, that's all good. That's okay. Yep. Yeah, I thought I had another pocket here. A slightly deeper one here. Would one of our clusters go here? No, not really. I didn't do any long narrows, did I? I don't know that this would work on this page. No, not too sure about that. Right, let's have another look at the Florentine papers and other scraps that I've got from the kit as well. This piece. No. And that's the one way up. That'd be a nice, well, that could be made into a tag or a side tuck or something. I don't need any more side tucks. That's quite a good length. That would work. Also looking at the blue. Well, I don't think the blue goes here. No. Maybe somewhere else. Too many choices. Nope, too matchy. So that's a good option at the moment. This is some of the William Morris paper that I used. I think it's upside down. That go there? Or would this look better? I think that looks better at the moment than that. A few more. No, another piece of paper out here. No, too light. Nope, that's the one, I think. So I'm going to mark it. I'm going to take it right to the top, and then I'm going to try and put the thumb notch in. Okay. I have to keep an eye on the time, because this is one of those videos when you could just keep going, ending up doing a 2-hour video if you're not careful. Too much fun to be had with the decorating. That's not straight, is it? Something's not straight. What's not straight? It's probably the way I cut it. one end was not straight. I don't know why. And then, well, I haven't made it the full width of the pocket after all. Never mind. I can do something about that. I have a thought that I might do. Alright, so I still, no, that way, would like to have it at the top with the thumb notch, but I'm going to put something else across the bottom. Yep. So, let's, I'm hoping it'll let me do it. Just going to mark the middle, or mark where the other pocket is. Maybe I'll do it with some paper, just to make sure it does punch. Okay. That's it. Okay, so I can put that there. Oh, I haven't quite lined it up properly, have I? It's a bit too far over. That's because I did it back to front, but that's okay. I just need to trim off. I don't know how that happened. Thought I'd lined it up, but of course I lined it up the other way round. That was very silly. Didn't think about that. There we are. So that's going to go there. And then, oh, I could put, this wasn't what I was thinking of, but I could put a piece of this trim across the bottom, but I'm not sure about the colour. There's that trim. And what I was thinking was, maybe I'll put a piece of this trim across the bottom. Yes, I think I will. No, those scissors aren't going to work. Where are we? Oh. I put these away for some strange reason. Right, let's just check how we're doing for time. Oh, I have no idea because I forgot to turn my timer back on. Oh dear. That was very, very foolish, but I have a feeling I'm coming close to the time when I need to stop. So I think I'll pop that on, and I'll pop on this piece of trim, but I put the rose at the other end. Down here like that. Yes, I think so. So now I'm getting worried I've gone way over my time. But the magic of editing should sort that out, hopefully. I was hoping not to have to do too much editing, because sometimes the editing takes just as long at least as making the videos. And I always tell myself I'm going to do a video where I don't need to do so much editing, but I never manage it because I get a bit carried away. Right, so I think we'll use a piece of this across the bottom here. Piece of this. What am I saying about piece of this? Using this glue here, fabric glue. Just going to just plenty of glue across the bottom because it's quite thick, this trim. So I want it to stick quickly. Yeah. There we are. I'm liking that. I do have some of this leafy trim as well without the roses in, but I do like it with the roses. So I think that's possibly all we've got time for today. If I'm finishing way too early, I might come back and do a bit more. Who knows? But because I forgot to turn my timer back on after I turn the camera back on, I have no idea why that's gone off. Has it gone off? Yes, it has. So I have a timer on my phone. That's what I use to keep an eye on just how I'm doing, so I don't overrun by too much. But it seems to, I must have turned it off and then forgot to turn it on. So I will just try and clear the chaos a little bit, and then we'll see what we've done, which is not that much really. So I wonder how we're doing for time. So we made these little clusters. 1, 2. Now I need to find a home for them now I've made them. I've got to keep them in my sights. So that's those 5 little clusters, and then we've just added a bit of decoration to a couple of spots that I felt needed it. That one, this pocket here, oh, I must do another pocket, oh yes, and this pocket at the beginning. So that's all we've done today. I don't know how I'm doing for time, but I suspect I'm finished. I'm finished for today, but I will be back and we'll carry on working on this next week. Thank you for joining me, and please do join me again soon. Bye for now.